Hello everyone, this is DragonofEternity and welcome to Thomas Was Alone. Now I want to say this is like one of my favourite games out there. A friend got it for me around Christmas and I absolutely love it. I play through it every now and then. Everything about it, the story, the characters, the gameplay, it's a great game. And now I will go through this game. Before I get that, I want my 360 remote and set up the keyboard. And I also want to go on D&D on Skype. Yep. Okay, we're sorted. And go. The program was a failure. People forgot this. It was a massive flop. The coders started adding name strings to the AIs as a joke. Thomas AT 23612 wasn't special. It was just an AI in the right place at the right time.
Thomas was alone. Wow, a weird first thought to have.
So yeah, this is Thomas. He is a red rectangle and he is alone. I'll probably say this before I move on. I probably won't be narrating or commentating much during this playthrough, since there's kind of a narrator telling the story throughout all of it, and he does a pretty good job, and by the time he's finished I've probably completed the puzzles, so if the puzzles are really long and I want to express my views on a certain situation in the story or gameplay, then that's probably when I'll talk. And also, if some of you people are wondering, the narrator is the guy who did Sean Hastings in the Assassin's Creed series. So yeah, there's that.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing. Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think! What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump.
I just need to close down something real quickly. Yep, there we go. Press space or A button to jump.
It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
Now before moving on, I want to say something. This lighting effect is... I've never seen it before, apart from this game. There's like a point where the light is, and anywhere other than that, it casts shadows. And if you get right to the center, you can block out light, which is pretty interesting, for me at least.
A big jump, but Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Paranoia. Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
Now that thing up and to the right, that definitely is important. and you'll see why it's important later on.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious. Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
In fact, I will show you what happens when you fall into water. Yeah, basically you get disintegrated. But there are these checkpoint things you can come across which will save your progress in the level. And there are some levels that don't have a checkpoint, and when you die you have to restart them, and it's really annoying. There's one prime example of that in the 3rd chapter, which I will show you later on. Or is it the 2nd chapter? This is chapter 0.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
I truly know how you feel, Thomas. Loneliness can get to you. And as a very personal note, viewers, loneliness has gotten to me several times. And it can drive you crazy. It can drive you to do some really stupid things. But you just need to find people who will be there for you, who want to talk to you. And if they have problems with you, they are willing to sort it out with you. They are willing to talk to you about those issues, instead of just running away and shutting down. They may not last forever, and you don't know if they'll ever change their opinion, but it's nice to have those kind of friends there while you have them. I'm really rambling, I apologize. Next level.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Maybe Thomas will find someone to share it with. But this is the 10th level of this chapter, so I will end this video here. For those who are watching on this and going on to the next videos, I will be attempting to record all of the I have mumbled big time. I will be attempting to record this entire game in one sitting. So as soon as I hit that, I will be instantly starting the next recording in the next level. So yeah, that should be fun. I'll see how long I'm able to go. And with that, I will end this here. This has been DragonofEternity, and you have been watching me play Chapter 0 of Thomas Was Alone. Until next time.